Good Tuesday morning, everybody. Emerson Lehman here at the WBAY Digital News Desk as we are taking a live look from our Appleton Sky Camp, courtesy of First Alert Weather and TDS. And you can see Squawky out there. His feathers are blowing in this breezy Tuesday morning wind. We will check in with Chief Meteorologist Steve Baylon in just a moment with more on your First Alert forecast and what you can expect as you head out to the polls on this election day, the spring election, of course. You are taking a live look. This is from the Bay Beach Wildlife Sanctuary area, one of the polling places here in Green Bay. You can see someone actually at the polls right now this morning as they are doing their civic duty and voting there in Green Bay. Kristen Allen was out there live all morning long showing us. You can see several people actually at the polls right now, some of the poll workers there as well, as it is election day here in Wisconsin. Of course, some of the big races on the ballots across the state superintendent race, as well as that open seat on the state Supreme Court. So make sure to get out, make your voices heard, your vote heard. Head to the polls today. Here's a quick little update for some of you. If you are planning to head to the polls, make sure you get there before 8 o'clock. Polls close at 8 p.m. tonight. If you are in line by 8 p.m., you will be allowed to vote. So make sure you're in line before 8 p.m. and you will be able to cast your ballot. Don't forget that photo ID. If you need to know where your polling place is, head to myvote.wi.gov. And then again, of course, we will be first alerting you here on WBAY.com with all of the latest updates on this election throughout the day, both on air and line. And then again at tomorrow morning with Action to News this morning, we will bring you all the latest updates on that. So make sure to tune in and stay up to date on all of this latest work being done as the spring election takes place here in Wisconsin. Now we are going to bring in Chief Meteorologist Steve Baylon as promised. Steve, we saw Squawky was blowing in the wind down there in Appleton. It is a windy Tuesday, but at least things have calmed down a little bit compared to what we had the past couple of days for folks that are heading out to the polls this morning, or really throughout the day, Steve.
I'm just wondering, what exactly did we do wrong to have Squawky turn his back to us?
Turned right around. He didn't want to talk to us today.
No, I don't know if it was you or me, but one of us did Squawky dirty. One of us did.
See him this morning. I think maybe he's just a little upset that he didn't make his annual his morning appearance on Action to News this morning. So
that could definitely be it. That might be it. Maybe he's just a little salty about not getting enough face time. But anyway, Emerson, you did mention the election today, and the weather should be cooperative, which is great. People getting out right now really shouldn't have any issues. There's some sunshine, and we'll have some clouds later today. And I can't rule out a couple of flurries as polls close around 8 o'clock this evening, but otherwise most of the snow that's heading our way is going to be after 8 o'clock. We'll find temperatures rising out of the 20s and 30s, and we'll see a lot of our highs close to 40 this afternoon. Right now we're at 30 in Green Bay, we're at 31 in Oshkosh. There's still some teens across the North Woods, 17 degrees right now in Rhinelander, but it is double that, I guess, in Appleton, 34 degrees. So we're just above the freezing mark with some sunshine. Southeast wind at 9 miles an hour, and Squawky left. He is that fed up with us that he has decided to leave. We're going to have some sort of intervention between Squawky and the morning team, but hopefully there's some sore feelings that'll get patched up. So the forecast for today, sun and increase in clouds. It'll be overcast late this afternoon with a high of 41 degrees. The weather's fine during the day, but we go into a first alert weather day tonight into tomorrow. As our next weather maker arrives, it's another spring storm. It's going to be different than the one that hit us this weekend. I'm happy to say that this is not going to be a big freezing rain event, but the three things that you should watch is a round of some wet snow tonight, and then a transition to rain tomorrow morning. And then number 3 is the chance of some strong thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. So as we go into this first alert weather day, our severe weather outlook rises into the moderate category. Tomorrow morning's drive into work is going to be pretty messy and windy, and then we'll have that storm chance in the afternoon. So the National Weather Service is going to issue a winter weather advisory. This is going to be tonight, lasting through the mid-morning hours tomorrow, and it's for the blue shaded counties on the map, with Sheriff County and north, and then east over into Door County, and that's where you're likely to find a handful of inches of snow between now and this time tomorrow. There is some snow right now in the northern plains, pushing its way into Minnesota and Iowa. A little bit of some rain mixed in there as well. That area of low pressure, not too far from Cheyenne, Wyoming, is getting stronger, and it is going to be tracking towards Lake Superior between now and the end of tomorrow. So let's go into the future now with First Alert Pinpoint Predictor. 7 o'clock this evening, cloudy skies, and there's the snow coming in from the southwest, arriving into Shawano, Green Bay, Manitowoc around 9 or 10 o'clock tonight, and then spreading across the rest of northeast Wisconsin. And I think initially it'll have a hard time sticking to the pavement, but it'll stick more readily to grassy surfaces. But as we go deeper into Wednesday morning, we'll probably have some messy travel. There's a lot of colors on the map for Wednesday on First Alert Pinpoint Predictor. The legend in the upper left-hand corner will help out a little bit. The white is snow. The pink says mix, but I suspect it's going to be mainly sleet. And then we got yellow and green and orange and red. Those are varying levels of intensity of rain. And so you can see that snow and mix turning to rain in the Fox Valley. Could come down pretty heavy with perhaps some rumbles of thunder. And then that tends to slide north and east as we go through the morning hours. We might see a little bit of a break in the precipitation before we get showers and thunderstorms for Wednesday afternoon. I think the heaviest of the activity will be especially south and east of us. But that said, First Alert Pinpoint Predictor has a strong storm coming into Sheboygan County around 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. And then the activity slides out of the area. So the snow tomorrow night, it looks like a slushy 1 to 4 inches for most folks. The higher totals in that wide range will be generally north and west of the valley, with lighter totals to the south and to the east. And here's the risk of severe weather for tomorrow. It looks like we've got a level 1 to a level 2 risk of severe weather on the 1 to 5 severe weather scale. This is a marginal to slight risk of severe thunderstorms. The thunderstorms that pop up tomorrow afternoon could be producing some high winds, some 1-inch diameter hail, some locally heavy downpours, and I would say probably not a tornado threat. I think the atmosphere will be a little bit stable for that to happen. Not that it's a non-existent chance, but really the primary concern would be some gusty winds and some hail. So here's your First Alert Super 7-day forecast. Today a high of 41 with increasing clouds. Snow tonight, looks like 1 to 4 inches, and then that snow turns to a mix and rain tomorrow morning with thunderstorms in the afternoon, a high of 46 degrees. And I don't want to lose sight of the fact that the wind is really going to pick up tonight. When people are waking up tomorrow morning, First Alert Pinpoint Predictor has southeast winds in some places gusting around and above 40 miles an hour. So between that and that mixed precipitation, travel will be a bit difficult, especially on bridges and overpasses. And if you drive a high-profile vehicle, like for a truck, for example, that concern is even more serious. And then you can see the wind is going to slow down a bit as we head into Wednesday night. And then after that, your First Alert Super 7-day forecast looks a bit quieter. We'll have some drier weather as we wrap up the week. A couple sprinkles in the north woods on Thursday, but otherwise I think we'll see a mix of sun and clouds Friday and Saturday. And the week ends with seasonable high temperatures in the 50, or right around 50 rather. And I think that's all Emerson ever wanted, was just some normal weather for a change as we get into early April, because I get the gist that maybe you're getting a little tired of some of these spring storms that have been kind of marching in over the past few weeks.
I can even complain, Steve, because I was on vacation last week, so I didn't have to deal with what you guys dealt with last week. But the week before, we had some mess of the weather.
Yep.
And I just want to play pickleball outside. So, if we could just keep those 50s, maybe even some 60s, pull those in. But we talked about it this morning. Mm-hmm. If we're getting the nastiness out of the way now, and then hopefully draft week we get, sunny and 50 through 70 degrees, I think everybody would be pretty happy with that. So
that would be great, right?
What happens.
The draft is what now? 23 and change days away, right?
Yep.
So, this is usually the month where we go through a nice transition with our weather. We kind of turn the corner into some real spring-like weather. hopefully Mother Nature follows the script. It looks like the weather beyond the next couple days is not going to be as active, so perhaps we're kind of turning a corner, fingers and toes crossed.
The script for this year is early April showers bring late April flowers. That's what we're going to, let's make that a thing. So we will task you with that, Steve, no pressure. We appreciate these first alert updates, and it's almost time for Door County summer weather, right? So let's take a live look at Sturgeon Bay, our Sturgeon Bay Skycam. Still a few boats out there, the large ships, as the slips are not filled up yet. We still got some time before that takes place, but thanks for joining us for this digital news desk update. Steve giving us that election day forecast. Again, polls close at 8 p.m. today. Make sure you get in line before 8 p.m. You will be able to cast your ballot. Lots of big races going on. WBAY will update you with all of the latest throughout the day. Stay with us on air and online. Make it a great Tuesday, everybody.